head. Marit? Anybody? Hello? Is anyone there? Koval? Marit? Hey, this is Yasna. I was just with you. And now, I don't know where I am. Or how I got here. I've got a splitting headache. Does anyone hear me? Base, do you copy? Are you there? It's probably nothing serious. No damage to the suit or bone structure. Just this headache. Bollocks! I can't hear you anymore. My receiver worked for a moment, but now there's only silence. I have 2 solid hectobars in the tank. That's enough for several hours. Damn it, I've lost my beacon. Where is it? There aren't many supplies, which would suggest a quick recce. Or was it just the end of the mission? Just like I thought. Nothing. I'm on my own. The beacon can't be detected either. Let's see if the past me hasn't failed the present me. And let's hope she took notes. Are we on Regis 3? Doesn't ring any bells. And my crew have no way to tell me. So I report that I have no recollection of this planet. The last thing I remember... Hang on. We've closed the research cycle. We were already in hibernation. Flying back. Is my blackout a side effect of metabolic depression? That would be bizarre. For some reason, our crew split into 2 groups. The first one set up camp. I wonder if I was with them. Or am I on my way there? Both groups landed in the same place. We took 2 landers to the surface. We don't usually do this. Maybe the first one broke. The first group explored the ocean with no biologist. It's weird. And the other one, just me, took a different route. Leading to... Right! I was heading straight to the camp. You must be somewhere near. Give me a sign! Send up a flare, the probe! Anything! Okay. I'm gonna head to the camp, but I'll be keeping an eye out for you. Landmarks. Well done, past me. You didn't disappoint after all. Oh, I sound like... I need to stop doing this. I'm looking for something that resembles a dog. A specific structure, which does not resemble any canine. I'm checking another object, which also doesn't match. Oh, focus. That rope. I think it's mine. I'll try to retrieve it later. It might come in handy. Bingo! I found the dog! We have the first one. I need one more. An object I called Needle. Right. It resembles the eye of a needle. I report that I have established my position. Time to hit the road. I'm in a canyon, which doesn't make it easy to navigate. I hope the data's trustworthy and you're close by. Oh! I have something on the tracker. I assume it's no one from the crew, so perhaps it's my beacon. Huh. There's water on this desert planet. Got you. I found it. Look for me on your trackers. I think I see our ship. You're not leaving without me, are you? Okay. Moving on. All right. No time to lose. Time to go. No. No point in going back this way. If this area is volcanically active, ash on some planets. Such storms last for several hundred days. I hope it's not one of them. The bottom's out of sight. Best not to overthink it. Actually, the only intriguing thing about this place is that there's almost nothing to research. Seriously, what are we doing here? We've gone over everything in that area. Oh, bright sun, the night in for my leg, and not inviting, I could already see the camp. Over 400 meters in a straight line. I see you. Can you hear me? I just need to get down from here. I can't get down this way. I could attach a rope though. But, for some reason, I don't have one with me. Here the ground slopes a little more gently, which doesn't mean it's completely flat. On second thoughts, maybe not. The last thing I need now is an injury. Oh well. If it catches me, so be it. This suit will hold. Damn it. I've been wandering around here too long. Looks like I'm going down after all. Shit. Oh, phew. Oh, that was less than ideal. But I'm okay. The suit's fine too. visibility could be better. Maybe I should wait. And if the storm gets worse, I'll be cut off from you. What happened? Where? I was heading to... Impossible. I'm much closer to my destination. I must have walked for some time. But I don't remember it. Did I black out again? I'm so close, yet in my condition, every step is a strain. I don't want to whine, but if you come here, it will be so much easier for me. All my legs are heavy, and film is not inviting. Legs become too heavy, hands become too weary. Down you go. Like it's not that scary. I remember you. Regis' third satellite.
Astrogator, sir. Crew.
Dr. Gorski, right on time. Any updates?
We have a set of data from the near-surface probe.
Great. How's the activity?
0, 0, and 2.
So, less than nothing. Atmosphere?
Nitrogen, 78%. Argon, 2%. Carbon dioxide, 0. Methane, 4%. The rest is oxygen.
Wait, that's 16%. With oxygen concentration as such, there should be life. At least some microbes, and yet we have detected no traces.
Yeah, we'll get to that later. Let's finish with the probe readings first. Air radioactivity?
It's virtually 0.
The word of paradise. No radioactivity, no endospores, no bacteria, no mold, no viruses, nothing.
Just the oxygen. If there are no living organisms on the continent, there shouldn't be this much of it.
What if life develops on some other continents here?
No, I doubt it. Insulation outside the equatorial zone is weak. You don't see how thick the polar ice caps were, Doctor. I can guarantee a minimum of 5 miles of ice sheet, potentially 6.
That's true. There's more chance of something in the ocean. Some seaweed, algae. But why didn't life migrate to the land?
Could be because of hard radiation.
I don't think so. According to the probe readings, the ground activity is exceptionally low for this part of the galaxy.
I wonder if some special kind of drought-intolerant evolution occurred here. That would at least explain some of the abnormalities.
Anyway, we'll have to take a look under the water. First, it would be good to know what time frame we're working with. Marit, do you have the geological analyses?
It's a bit too early for mature conclusions, but this planet looks old to me. Such a fossilized egg must be at least 6 billion years old. Besides, the sun has seen better days too. It's almost a red dwarf.
Any rare resources, forms, creatures?
We can't expect such detailed data, sir. Not from this distance.
Yes, we would have to explore the surface.
Astrogator, what exactly are we looking for?
The value of this planet. For now, it may seem like the pinnacle of nonsense, but I assure you that Regis 3 is not without worth.
With all due respect, Astrogator, I have the impression you're not telling us everything.
As always, Dr. Koval, your instincts are correct. Please forgive my reticence. My goal was to maintain unimpeded research neutrality. There is indeed a very important factor of interest in this planet. The Alliance.
The Alliance?
The Alliance?
Correct.
What do they have to do with it?
Well, they've sent their most powerful unit here.
But to our best knowledge, Condor's traversing a distant quadrant.
Well, I'm not talking about the Condor.
So, the Invincible.
Good guess, Doctor. A steel behemoth with the power to produce billions of kilowatts in a split second, converting it into energy fields that no material body can penetrate, concentrating it into destructive rays as hot as stars that can reduce a mountain range to dust or evaporate an ocean, together with its crew of almost 100 men, professionals that are neither better nor worse than us.
Well, I dare to say we're better trained, Astrogator. They are, however, unquestionable masters of propaganda.
I know that some accomplishments they brag about are very much far-fetched, but the capabilities of the Invincible are not subject to doubt. And we as the scientific body should sever ourselves from the emotional and symbolic facade. In other words, we cannot ignore facts just because we don't like them, Mr. Koval.
All right, but where do we stand in all this? Together with our, may I say, not quite as numerous staff.
Despite our modest forces, we still have a chance to gain a critical advantage over the Alliance, while avoiding confrontation.
Okay, and how would we do that?
Simple. We leave this planet before the Invincible arrives here.
Which is when, exactly?
Well, they're still far away.
Astrogator, please, how much time do we have to conduct safe research?
13 days.
There's no time to lose, then.
I appreciate your eagerness, Koval. Dr. Crowther, do we need full gear?
Definitely. Also, I caution you against taking off your helmets for a prolonged duration. This amount of methane is not neutral. Breathing the local atmosphere will lead to saturation drop, and you may start showing symptoms of mild brain damage, feel stupefied. But don't worry, Not before an hour or even a couple of hours.
I see. Dr. Gorski, will you program Artie to collect samples?
Of course.
Marrett, Krauter, please prepare for the surface. Koval, you too. You're leaving early in the morning.
And what about me?
You're staying on board, Doctor.
But Astrogator...
This is not up for debate. I need you here. As you well know, there's not much work to do for a biologist on Regis 3, if any.
Well, if I was ordered to stay, what the hell am I doing here? Oh, thank goodness. Not everyone's in the field. This is Dr. Yasna reporting. Do you copy? I'm entering the campgrounds. Is anyone out there? Oh, it's just an androbot. Androbot! Androbot, follow my instructions. Androbot? Dr. Gorski, have you made changes to the Androbot's algorithms without telling anyone? Again? Oh, well. Never mind. Oh, maybe if I... RT, default position. I don't know what's wrong with you, buddy, but you clearly don't want to cooperate. Hello? Anyone here? Marrett! It's Yasna! I came for you! Oh, Dr. Krauter! Didn't you hear me earlier? Doctor, is everything all right? Doctor, please, look at me. I report that I've located Dr. Krauter. He's in bad shape. I'm gonna examine him now. Temperature normal. Pulse 2. O2 saturation is fine. There's nothing physically wrong with the doctor. His pupils respond properly. Look at my finger. No delay in reactions. Excuse me.
Can you hear me?
Astrogator,
Finally. I've been listening to you for 2 hours now.
my receiver is dead.
No need to explain yourself, Doctor. I know everything. The transmitter was still working, so I heard your reports. You didn't have it easy.
Wait, please. I need to reconnect. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Copy you, Doctor. Loud and clear. Do I understand correctly that the Doctor's life is not in imminent danger?
That's my initial diagnosis, yes.
Yet no response to verbal communication.
None.
Conclusions, Doctor? Do you have any idea what's wrong with him?
Up until yesterday, he wasn't suffering from any mental disorders. And there are no visible injuries. So, I test his blood for toxins.
Could it be the methane from the atmosphere?
No. Methane poisoning causes different symptoms. I'm afraid it's something else.
I'll prepare the infirmary. But first things first, Lander. We need to get you all on board. Everyone, not just Dr. Krauter.
Okay. What should I do?
Please look for the mission log. It should include crucial data about the crew's activities. We have 3 more people to find. And you still need to designate a place for the landing.
It's not a mission log, but it will do. Dr. Krauter kept records. Meticulous as always.
What's in there?
Dr. Gorski has moved away from the research sector to the west.
Ah, that's right. You followed those deposits of metal.
The most important thing is probably the landing coordinates. BA 2316.
Noting 316. Excellent. I'm uploading the data. Starting calibration. Are you looking for the detector?
Yeah, just a sec. Got it.
Please make sure it works.
I don't understand why it wouldn't. It's a rather reliable piece of equipment.
Like everything around that's already broken.
Okay, checked. I'm leaving the tent.
All right, now for the robot.
It's unresponsive.
Yes, I know. I'm currently trying to establish a connection.
Can I help somehow?
You must look for the others, Doctor. I'll take care of this myself. Get the tin head back on its feet remotely. And secure Krauter. I have everything I need. Just...
Is something wrong with the connection, sir?
It's not working. I'm not sure why. There's a relay transmitter in the camp, so the signal should be strong enough.
A relay? Huh.
Yasna, what are you up to?
One sec. I'm looking for it.
What about the rest of the crew? You're gonna make them wait?
If the androbot isn't working properly, I can't just leave Krauter like this. He might hurt himself.
Fine. Proceed as you deem fit.
Fascinating.
Did you find anything, Doctor?
Nice specimen. Oh, it's still alive.
Ah, the fish Dr. Gorski caught. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember. Something.
Dragonfly, come in.
Hello, Regis. Dragonfly here. Dr. Yasna at the radio.
And Novik? Is his leg still bothering him?
Yes, he's been resting in his quarters.
We're setting up on the shoreline. It's late, but we still have time to examine the ocean floor. Gorski is preparing the probe for launch. We'll start research soon. Oh, one more thing, Yasna.
Yes?
It's beautiful here. The ocean, wind, sand. My suit is pinching and cramping just at the mere sight.
Should I include this in my reports?
I'm serious. I don't know about you, but over the years I've learned to hate the greed. We do everything to go further, see more, take mankind one step closer to omnipotence, and then we can't even take a walk on land. As if enjoying everything that's around us was almost a criminal act.
I understand how you feel, Koval. After all these years, I miss home too.
Is it that obvious? I come across as, well, erudite, but at the end of the day, it's simple longing that speaks through me.
Well, a little obvious.
We have to examine the composition of the ocean, Doctor.
Collect the mineral samples.
Yes, that's right. Do you want to do the honors?
Gladly.
Koval, where are you going? Over.
Probe in the water. I'm
For a
switching
little,
to
quick recce. I'm gonna take a look around.
Distance 100.
Base, are you there?
A
300.
recce. More like a quick ciggy.
Am I hearing this correctly? Are you going to smoke, Doctor?
No, not at all. I'm staying dutifully at my station.
500. Damn me. Am I seeing this right? Dr. Crowther, would you please have a look here? Of course. Just a second. It's like a school of fish.
This is life. What are they doing?
They're moving away from us.
From us? We're talking about an artificial robotic gizmo.
Right from the probe. As soon as I swing it closer to them, do you see what happens?
Is this normal, Yasna? What do you think?
It's hard to speak of normality here, but animals are usually not afraid of equipment or anything they haven't seen before.
Are you saying they've already seen probes?
I've no idea, but their behavior suggests some sort of defense mechanism. Catch at least one for examination. Then I'll be able to say more.
Come here. One more time. Got it.
What did you do?
I had to electrocute it. Wouldn't have caught it otherwise. I'm taking the specimen ashore.
That's a fine one. There'll be plenty to dissect, Yasna.
I've got bad news. Our signal is far too weak to restart the Androbot.
A relay malfunction?
Not exactly. It's completely fried. I don't think a sandstorm could cause such damage.
Well, that's irrelevant now, Doctor. There must be a spare somewhere in the camp. Please search for it.
No luck. They're not in here. Not here either. I have the extra relay.
Excellent. The signal should be back as soon as it's turned on. Very good. I'm connected. What happened here?
Is it gonna work?
We'll see. I rebooted the systems. That should help. Good, good. It's receiving instructions.
Ugh. I don't know if the Androbot should already be doing something.
Is it still frozen?
Yes, unfortunately.
The positronic brain has correct readings. Receptors.
It worked. He moved.
Finally. Artie should be walking now. Does he? His positional data hasn't changed.
Well, you can see that he really wants to go, but still can't. Please check his legs.
Could be the servo motor. Ah, that's it. Got you, you tin bastard. Thank you, Doctor. I won't hold you any longer. Go find the others while I finish here. That's an order.
Yes, sir. Yes, now focus. What now?
Finally, it works. Krauter, 5 meters. Careful.
I recognize the rocks drawn by Krauter. They shouldn't pose a problem when landing.
But the doctor marked a waypoint. I don't recall.
It's just a sketch. No markings.
Well, if so, we should do it. What would you call them?
These rocks are white as bones.
Bones, then. Writing that down.
Me too. I found the area marked by Dr. Krauter. There's no one around.
What do you think? Can we land the hopper safely here?
I think so. Solid ground, a large flat area. We won't find a better place.
Entry point? Will it be 50 meters? Air accessibility is paramount.
Yes, it's relatively clean. You can send Hopper, sir. I'm entering the research area. Clear for now.
Tracker?
Silent. By the way, what did they find here?
Oh, right. You don't remember. A piece of metal sticking out of the ground. Sounds inconspicuous, but in this desert environment, it's a phenomenon. The artifact turned out to be too big to dig up, or to subject to chemical and spectrometric analysis. Dr. Gorski set out to investigate its source, to find some end.
And? Did he?
That I don't know, unfortunately.
It's here. I can see the structure. I'm in the right place.
Understood. Please continue.
Got someone. I'm following the signal. Huh. There's something on the ground. It's a journal. Geological cross-section, measurements. These are Merritt's notes. She must be somewhere close.
Please search the entire area thoroughly.
I think I know where I can find her. The signal's coming from a cast of backpack.
That's concerning.
She's here. I found her.
What's her condition?
Merritt! Merritt! Merritt, wake up. Wake up. Do you hear me?
Dr. Merritt?
No. No
Wait
vital
here.
functions.
What's
I
going
need
on?
to. 1, 2, 3. Come on. 1, 2. Nothing. Don't do this to me, Merritt. Don't. Please. Live, damn it. Merritt. Breathe. Thank you.
Doctor. Yasna.
No.
That's enough. Enough!
Merritt. Astrogator. She's
I know. Doctor. Yes, now. We have to find the others.
Please give me a minute.
Of course.
Everything will be fine. All fine. Koval's next.
Yes, I think so. You should be close.
Do you think Koval?
Let's not assume the worst. You'll find him, Doctor. Alive. I'm sure about that.
Someone's here. Oh no.
Yasna, status. Yasna!
He's also... Koval? Don't do this to me. Not... You're alive! Did you hear that, sir? Koval's alive.
I didn't doubt it for a second, Doctor. What's his current state?
Checking. Parameters normal, yet he's completely unresponsive. Koval? Koval! His eyes are so empty. Just like Krauter's. Koval! What the hell is wrong with you?
Are all the symptoms the same as Dr. Krauter's?
He's calm. Calmer.
Well, at least he's alive. Now listen to me, Yasna. The lander is on its way, but before you get Dr. Koval on board, I want you to do something. Yasna,
I'm listening.
please look around for his journal.
It's everywhere. In pieces.
Not good. Koval was in radio contact with Dr. Gorski.
Taking notes.
That's exactly why it's so important. These notes may help us find our man.
I'll go over them, but it may take a while. Huh.
Have you found it?
No, it's, nothing about Dr. Gorski. Found them. Surprisingly accurate. He wrote down Gorski's every step.
Great. Let's get Koval to the evacuation area. Can you carry him, Doctor?
Won't be pretty hard in 1G. But the gravity here should make things a tad easier. Got him.
router is also on its way to the site. He'll leave shortly.
The lander's already descending. Damn. I have a bad feeling. It won't break into pieces, right?
The descent is proceeding smoothly. Don't worry. I don't get it. What could have led to all this? Krauter, dear Marit, now Koval, an unprecedented degradation of equipment, recurring connectivity issues. It all has to be related. On the other hand, how could it be? There's not much on this planet. Some primitive life forms in the ocean, metal deposits in the ground. Although the latter got Dr. Gorski's interest for some reason.
It's crazy how everything's falling apart here. I don't know. Maybe we're dealing with some kind of anomaly. An atmospheric or magnetic phenomenon.
Wouldn't something like that show on the charts? All those measurements Gorski took?
I remember. Maybe he made a mistake. See you up there. Only Gorski's left. We might have made it quite far.
Agreed. Everything points to it.
I don't know how long I'll be looking for him. It might take hours before I come back.
We also don't know Gorski's condition, nor what he's going through.
I'll go back for Marit's body first. Take her to the lander.
But Yasna, Dr. Marit is already gone. What if we also lose Gorski?
I've made up my mind, Astrogator. I can't leave her like this.
Yasna, come in. How are you feeling?
How do you think, sir? I'm managing. Somehow.
Forgive me, but I need to know if you're ready to continue your mission.
Ready? Well... Please don't worry about me. Death is a natural process that every human being has to get used to.
Yasna, I don't expect you to be so...
But I do. Let's leave it like this.
I've served with Dr. Merritt for over 2 decades. She was made of sterner stuff. The sternest. Many of us relied on her. I did.
Did you know that headquarters offered her a promotion? She would have been the first female astrogator in the history of the Commonwealth.
I had no idea.
Doesn't matter anymore, really.
Not entirely. Merritt will be awarded posthumously.
I'm taking you at your word, astrogator. This could pave the way for others, and that's what she would have cared about the most.
No doubt about it.
Please take good care of her.
Of course. Dr. Gorski's next. Let's hope he got out of danger in time.
It would be good to know what kind of danger we're talking about. I'm leaving the excavation site. How did he come down? I've got Gorski's signal.
So soon? It's unlikely to be him.
Then who? You were correct, sir. It's just our probe. It looks inactive.
Can't be completely broken if you picked up a signal. I'd say it's running in safe mode. Please try to power it on.
Do we have time for this?
It's for a good reason, Doctor. The probe could prove useful in the search. And besides, you'll see.
Okay. I'm opening the probe. Turning the systems on.
No, stop. Wait for my instructions. There's a button on the left side of the fuse box. Hold it, and then turn the dial again. Now go ahead.
Slide records?
Correct.
I didn't know we had access to them.
You couldn't have known. This is not standard procedure. But as they say, extremis malice, extrema remedia.
Let's take a look. A photo of the first days on the surface. They started exploring the littoral zone almost immediately.
They reported as much. Wasn't until the fourth day that comms failed.
I recognize these structures. This is where they began to dig. Hours passed. 3 crew members are still there. Dr. Gorski must have left already.
We lost contact shortly thereafter.
The probe followed him, and he followed the detector's readings.
Going after those metal structures.
Yes, that's what I meant.
What's next?
Last slide. There's mostly noise.
Nothing in particular stands out to you, Doctor. They were digging and suddenly, poof, people are dead?
No need to shout, Astrogator. I'm just letting you know what I see. That's all. Hang on. An absurdly high electromagnetic field reading.
That's something. Sort of. What are the earlier readings?
Checking. Still high in the slide just before. And earlier, quite normal. It happened in a matter of seconds. But there's nothing except dunes. Sand, a few rocks, a shadow.
Shadow?
Another sandstorm, I guess.
All right, Doctor. Let's move on. You may turn on the fuses now. We'll take the probe with us. Good. I've got it on my radar. Now I can give commands to the probe. And? What do you see? Is it working correctly?
If you run it on manual steering, sir, then it works just fine.
That's exactly what I'm doing. You have a keen eye. I'll put it in auto mode. From now on, it will follow you, Doctor.
Oh, it'd be nice to have some company. I mean, apart from yours, sir.
1 second. That's odd. There's no data in the probe's memory. No ID, no nothing. Do you want to give it a new ID? Name it, basically. After all, it'll be with you for a while. So, what's it going to be?
Huh. A name for the teleprobe. All right. I can think of something.
Copy that. I'm listening.
Please enter B. B-E-E.
Done. Now, a few more tweaks, and you'll have a flying measurement center at your disposal.
The detector's measurement is very clear. I'm going straight on.
No crossroads? Branches?
Not yet. Just one thick, tangled vein. Huh. I guess I found the first point.
You guess? We have to be sure, Doctor.
Well, I'm at the first clear branching of these structures, such as reported by Dr. Gorski.
All right. What happened next?
He followed the branch to the right. The probe detected something.
I see that in the readings. What is it exactly?
Well, the structure from the notes, it fits the description perfectly. Well done, B. I knew I could count on you.
Well, we didn't bring it to the surface for no reason, even in the first stage procedure.
And now I'm going to apply for my own.
As soon as you find Dr. Gorski, I'll see to it myself. All right, how about that point? What does it look like? What caught the doctor's attention?
It looks like some kind of organic formation. A root system? Maybe these structures have the ability to expand. Somehow.
Shouldn't they be organic, then?
Ah. That's the problem. They look organic, but they're not. The next point, the third one, is a metal bundle, running along the bottom of some water reservoir.
Interesting. An object as such should be easy to locate.
Water was mentioned in the note, around the third point, and I have a matching object here.
All right. So how many are left?
2 points, or at least that's what he told Koval. What he did next, it's hard to assess.
But the battery in the detector lasts for only a few hours, so he couldn't have gone much further.
The fourth point is a structure that feels a rock massive, on top of which he found surface structures.
Sounds like a crucial node in this whole system.
Gotcha. I found his tracks. Finally, some tangible evidence that he was going this way.
Good. And it's downhill all the way, Doctor.
I wouldn't be so sure, Astrogator. The next point is at a height of approximately 100 meters. Definitely uphill. What if I don't find him at all?
You will. Just follow his tracks carefully. According to our records, it's been no more than 6 hours since he was here. Think about it, Doctor. On a cosmic scale, it's nothing.
Well, on a human scale, it could mean the difference between life and death. I think we have the fourth point. I confirm. It's the fourth one. I see our flag. The structures undergo noticeable changes here. If it keeps growing at this rate, I don't know what I'll find at the end.
What kind of growth are you talking about, Doctor? Depth, width, complexity level?
In every aspect.
Interesting. Do you think these veins lead somewhere? To something?
I'm leaning more and more towards that conclusion. But I can't tell what we might expect at the end, if it ends at all. Hello, Bee.
Three, two, one.
The land is departing.
Yes, they're on their way. Thank you for your assistance. Without your help, it would have taken much longer.
What's the plan for the second flight? The same place?
That would work best. Certain, proven. When you and Dr. Gorski come back, I'll send the lander right away.
I've reached the top. The doctor discovered something new from here. Something he called bushes.
Huh. I've heard that term before.
In their conversations between Koval and Gorski.
No, Jasna. You're the one who reported it to me. Right after you landed.
Seriously? Well, I don't see anything like it now, sir. Wait. Koval noted down the parameters. Azimuth 350. Distance 200 meters.
Copy that. I'm sending the probe.
Got it. I see the bushes.
And the doctor?
Hard to tell. Visibility is poor. It's gonna be harder than before. I don't know how the doctor...
When it comes to finding a safe route, there won't be a problem. But you'll have to get there on your own 2 feet.
I suppose the probe will carry out the first task. It's capable yet?
Of course. I set the environment analysis mode. The probe will calculate the best route between your location and your destination. It'll guide you along the defined path. The calculations will only take a moment.
Hi, B. Lead the way. I must say, it's a clever device, this probe of ours. Hey, can it fly for this long?
Yes. Longer than you can stand on your feet.
Sounds like the perfect research unit. Maybe even better than a human.
Well, let's not exaggerate.
Of course, I wasn't being serious. However helpful they may be, they're still just tools in the hand of man, often faulty. Oh, we have a problem.
Something serious?
I already mentioned the faulty machines, right? Well, the route determined by the algorithm goes over a chasm.
I can repeat the command.
No. I'll go around.
Unfortunately, this is an outdated model. Such mistakes are inevitable. But the perception module itself has already been greatly improved. Its accuracy increases exponentially.
Exponentially? Can you imagine us, proteinaceous creatures, developing so quickly, sir?
No, not in the course of evolution. You can't perfect a person like that.
That's right, you can't. We wait thousands of years for visible changes.
Have you started to fear for your position?
Well, everything indicates that the clear distinction between humans and robots will soon disappear.
And then what?
Well, if we assume that they'll surpass us, things will get complicated. Because in order to program a brain with computing power equal to that of a human, you need a brain with computing power higher than that of a human. Ergo, a man cannot make a machine smarter than a man.
Then who else would design it?
Self-learning algorithms? Some spontaneous process? Or pure chaos? Something inhuman, that's for sure. Shh. Astrogator, can you hear that?
What am I supposed to be hearing?
That's the point. Nothing. Silence. We're talking about robots, and Dr. Gorski still hasn't spoken on the channel.
Well, I don't know. He must be a long way from here.
Dr. Gorski, are you here somewhere? These bushes are kind of weird.
You better stay away, Doctor. I'd like a brief description. Just keep a distance.
Allow me to use the language I would use to describe living forms, sir.
Of course.
So they look like pituitary, brush-like formations. They can be singular, though in some locations they create a uniform thicket that covers the walls of the ravine in a rusty brush-like layer. They grow out of cracks in the bare rock. They're high, more or less, from 1 to several meters. That's how it looks, to put it briefly.
Would you also venture to guess their significance? Some function, purpose?
Staying on the topic of biological analogies, which in itself is already a major scientific distortion.
Yes, I understand. These are not real plants.
But if they were plants, those protruding parts climbing up, they would serve to obtain energy, mainly solar. Astrogator, Gorski's not here. I'm afraid he continued to explore. And if he went where I think he did, he might have lost contact with the camp as well as Dragonfly.
So we will most likely lose contact too.
Possibly. Well, there's only one way to be certain. It's your decision, sir.
Please continue your search. We have to find him.
That's the unwritten rule, isn't it? Under no circumstances do we leave anyone behind.
That's right, Doctor. You can lose everything else, but you have to have the crew on board. The living and the dead. This is one of the most crucial imperatives, even though it's not in the regulations.
line's breaking up, but I understood. I'll let you know, sir, when I come out of the tunnel.
Altitude 24,000. Speed 250. Going smoothly, Hopper. Already at 12,000. Throttle down. 30 seconds till touchdown. Everything's looking good. Over?
Roger that.
Altitude 5,000. Ignition 10%. I record data dropout, but otherwise still looking good. Entering final descent.
Copy. Entering final. Hopper has landed. I repeat, Hopper has landed. Astrogator, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Any side effects? Landing wasn't too hard on you?
All good? Spine still in one piece. No signs of overstrain. Not even shortness of breath.
Perfect. Hopefully the hike to camp goes just as smoothly.
I'm going outside.
Visibility?
100%. The dust has already settled. I've located the second lander. Our people... Sir, something's wrong.
What is it?
The hatch is half open. Did they report hydraulics failure?
How should I know? You were the last person in contact with the crew doctor.
Right. I'm inside.
And? How is it?
For now, we have to assume that we are left with only one lander.
Is it that bad?
You don't need to be a technician to see that Beetle's lost its buzz.
That's unfortunate. I'm taking Hopper out of here. I'll send it directly to the camp as soon as we find a suitable landing zone.
Astrogator, I don't know what we expected. Coming here at the end of our expedition. The equipment is barely working. If it works at all. And you, sir. You barely escaped alive. Okay, I admit that we have a very successful campaign behind us. But I feel like we've used up all our luck. And now, we're asking for trouble. It's just one planet too many for us.
Which doesn't change the fact we're here. Let's focus on completing this mission. There won't be another.
It better be that way. We have the right to come home at last.
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with such a law. But there is one thing I can refer to when we find ourselves in a difficult situation. If the continuation of the mission endangers the lives of the crew, the provisions of the imprimis homini law apply. First and foremost, the safety of people is what matters.
The situation is bad, Astrogator. Though it wasn't much better at the beginning of the mission. Whoever sent us here didn't care about our safety at all.
Enough! Please don't put me in an even more difficult position. Rejecting a new mission and questioning the validity of the current one are two different issues. And you're one step away from disciplinary action, Doctor.
Copy that. Over and out.